Hello everyone, I am OriginofChaos and I'll be running Skyrim Glitchless main quest for you today. There's a lot of time to explain everything, so let's just jump right in. I'll count down from 3, 3, 2, 1 and let's start. I load up a save here because normally you have like the whole intro cutscene and then character creation. We just skip all of that and go straight into where the gameplay starts. This is the first like speedrun trick, jumping over the wing there onto the castle here, and then we can skip a whole section in the town here and go straight into Helgen Keep. You don't need to go through the door there, just run into the corner there is also fine. Something I'm gonna use a lot in this run is bump skips. You can, by sprinting against someone, you can skip their dialogue. It has a bit of a cooldown, so sometimes I'll do other stuff in between to also skip dialogue. And here I'll quickly get my flames ready. Those will be my weapons for the first start. Well, for the first part of the run. And here I'll be, jumping a bit, stamina management. In the first part you can't wait to regain stamina, so that's why I will... You will sometimes see me jumping. I will also not go all the way down with stamina, so it regains faster. Otherwise it pauses a bit. And now I'll be jumping a bit because that's faster than just walking. Those keen-eyed will also have seen in the all the way to start that they called me a high elf. That's because movement speed in this game is based on character height, and the largest, the highest characters are high elves. So that's so you're kind of stuck with the race you choose for speedrunning. Grab the gold there. We will need that in a bit. Sprint past these spiders here. I got hit, so if you get hit, they have a poison that depletes your stamina. So now I'm quite low. I need that coin as well. That's a very important one. And then we will make our way to the end of the dungeon here. And that was the first part. Now, for the next part, you will first see me wait. This is to regain all my stamina. And now that we're out of the dungeon, we can wait every time our stamina runs out. So it will be a lot quicker. The first part of this run is just running through Skyrim. Picking up a couple of fast travel points we will need for later. And just, trying not to die from fall damage, but that should be good. Probably also should explain the goal of this run. It's it's glitchless, so no glitches, and it's main quest. So it's the main quest: defeat Alduin. That's once he's defeated, the run ends. That cabin there was the first fast travel point I picked up. We will need that later in the run, and I'll probably have to turn around here and kill some wolves, so I'll be able to wait. I cannot wait when enemies are nearby. That's quite unfortunate because most of the time nothing spawns there. Well, there we go. I'm far enough away. But most of the time nothing spawns there, and sometimes you have a bit of bad luck. that some wolves or bandits spawn there. As you might have seen on the speed that that wolf went down, I am playing on the easiest difficulty. That's just the fastest to go through this game, as you might expect. Here's also a wolf that we will kill, because otherwise we can't wait. And now it's just running towards that mill icon on the compass. Now obscured by the stable icon as well. And this Catless Forum. And at Catless Forum, you see the guard there walking already. We will do what's called a guard warp. It's a fast way of getting around. You attack him, and then you let him arrest you, and he takes you straight to the keep. Now, because I don't have enough money yet, I let him take me to jail. But then I spawn right at the keep and get that fast travel location as well. Now we go back to the forum to go to the stable and take the guard to another place that we will need. So
need a ride? Where do you want to go?
To win.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
To Windhelm. Okay, I've got enough gold, so
First time to Solitude?
luckily it's still okay. We'll just take a detour through Solitude. Bit of a misclick there. We also need to go to Solitude, so it's just pick it up now and don't pick it up later. Then we pick up. Oh, that's Catless Farm.
Where do you want to go?
But now, luckily, we still have enough gold to go to Windhelm as well.
Ever been to Windhelm?
There we go. And we removed my last 2 gold as well. What a ripoff. But this is the last purchase we need to make before I get more gold, so no worries there. Here in Windhelm, we will need to hope that we don't get detected. And, yeah. Or just get the bounty, why not? It'll be fine. And then run away, because otherwise we can't fast travel. Bit of a rough start here, but we will manage, we will manage. Can we fast travel now? Not yet. Maybe. Okay, that's just something I wasn't aware of. My apologies. We'll just reload. It's a bit of time loss. There's a. I've got a bit of a buffer for the estimate, so we'll just play fast enough from now on. I thought I could still manage it, but with the different time, there were ghosts in the area that saw me stealing the horse.
Where do you want to go?
Now we won't misclick.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Windhelm. Grab Whiterun Stables.
Oldest city in Skyrim by some.
No, he doesn't rip us off.
They say the big old palace there was
Just reload and everything is way better. So now hopefully no one will see us. There we go. Way more sneaky. And we can fast travel away to Riverwood. We've got a horse. You might think, what do we need a horse for? It's glitchless, but what you will see now is, yeah, probably not intended. But Skyrim horses are very much mountain goats. You see steep inclines and ravines, but these horses can just climb it all. As long as you take the right path, so we will like that. Take the horse up, and we're going to all the way to the top of the mountain to pick up 2 more fast travel points, High Hardcore and Throat Overworld. Also with the horse, there's no stamina bar, but it has stamina. It's just hidden. Every time you see me place a hand on my hip, that's a sign that the stamina ran out. And then I will wait, and then we can sprint again. Like this. So here, just jump a bit and then you get up the mountain. Here we come to the actual intended path. We will also just take the straighter route, because straight lines are the fastest way from point A to B. And here we go. Here we come to High Hardcore. We'll pick up the fast travel point. Get stuck on the most tiny ledge. These horses can climb anything, but then get stuck on a tiny ledge. Don't mind this. Yeah, it just does that sometimes. That's a glitch that just drops you to the floor and then teleports you back up to the floor. That's allowed as long as you don't abuse it to get somewhere where you otherwise wouldn't be able to get. But here on the climb it happens all the time. And it also, the climbing is perfectly doable without it, so that's why even in a glitchless category this is still allowed. Here we pick up Third of the World and we go back to the cabin that we discovered at the start. For now, our second dungeon of the game, after the starting dungeon. But this is like the first full-fledged dungeon. Also, like the first dungeon that's like intended. Of course, it's an open world game. You can do what you want. But a lot of early quests lead to this one. Bleak Falls Barrow. And we will try and go through it as fast as possible. There's some quest items at the end that we need. Wait here, because that's the last point you are able to wait, because otherwise you're too close to those enemies there. And then sprint through to hopefully reach another point we can wait at. These dungeons is a lot of stamina management. Knowing the points where you're able to wait, and otherwise, yeah, jumping a bit if those points are too far from each other. That puzzle is always the same, so that's an easy one. 3 skeevers here that we are going to take care of, so we're able to wait here. And now this guy is caught in the web. Otherwise, if we don't kill him here, he'll just run away from us and get killed himself, so we just do it on our own terms. And he was carrying a golden claw. Retrieve the golden claw, there we see it's completed. He was carrying the golden claw and we took it. Run through here, if we're lucky, yeah. Okay, we got hit again. We can't wait here because of all the Draugr in these hallways, so we'll just have to jump through. It's a lot of yeah, long, small hallways. Come to a cavern here. We will be able to wait here as well. then jump down and sprint along towards the next door. Here I'll be spamming the wait key, because there's a very small time frame where you're sometimes able to wait before the guy follows you through. But that I wasn't able to wait there, so we'll just have to do this with a bit lower stamina. Also a bit of frame drops. My apologies for that. My laptop is yeah, not that good anymore. Nobody's following us, perfect. This is also always the same, just every piece you have to activate it twice. That's what we needed a golden glove for. And there, at the end of the room, is the final boss of this dungeon. First, we'll pick up the Word of Power here, loot his belongings, and then kill him. The way I'm attacking is to maximize damage per magicka. If I were to just attack him constantly with my flames, I would run out of magicka before he's dead. But because the flames also do damage in between, because he's on fire, we can attack like that and do it in one go. And that was Bleak Falls Baron. Now it's some finishing some quests, getting some new ones, talking to the Jarl here in Whiterun, telling him about the dragon that we saw when we were about to be executed. That's in the first cutscene that we skipped.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Please,
I'll just skip through this. Skips also some dialogue, just attacking a guard and then warping back here. Skip some dialogue, skips finishing a quest. We already finished it now, automatically. And we can immediately talk to this guy. And he wants us to get a stone, but that stone I already got from the dungeon. So we can finish that quest off already. And now these people running in, they were coming to tell that there's a dragon in the Western Watchtower. And then the Jarl asked us to go and help, but we can also just go and help without the Jarl asking us. So we will start running towards the Western Watchtower there. Normally just waiting once and then the second amount of stamina just gets us there. Normally we need to wait there for reinforcements. No need, just run straight in. Of course the dragon is not here yet, so we will take this time to get the fast travel point and then get
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
another place that we need to go, Winterhold.
Climb and back and we'll be off. Get up there.
To get that fast travel point as well. Pick up the weapon here. It's a double handed weapon, which is really nice, because those do more damage. Fast travel back here. Also quick save here, because the dragon, it's a bit of a RNG what he does. We want him just to land right next to us, like that. Okay. And then As you can see, double-handed weapons do a lot of damage. This is the weapon that we got from the boss in the dungeon, by the way. Grab all his belongings, because that's a lot of gold. And now we will go and take all the last
Take you. Where do you want to go?
marker.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Take all the last fast travel points
Ever
that we
been
need to hit.
Morcar? Some
Well,
say
not
it's
all,
built
but
by the
most of
dwarves.
them.
I don't believe a word of it though.
All the ones you can hit with the carriage. So, marker.
City of Morcar. Where do
We're
you
unlocking
want to
a
go?
bunch of stuff by killing the dragon.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. If you've never been to Riften, be sure to visit the Blackbriar Meadery. A few mugs of that, and you'll forget all. Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll
So
be
now,
off.
again to Solitude, because
First time to
we reloaded that.
Beautiful old city, capital of Skyrim, but I'm sure you'll...
Here, we don't spawn next to the stable, so we need to walk a bit.
Where do you want to go?
And last is
Climb and
Mortal.
back, and we'll be off. Nice weather for a ride. Open
The Dovahkiin that you heard shouting, those are the Greybeards summoning me. So after we discovered Mortal here, we'll go pay them a visit. Not Throat of the World. Heiratkeeper. Also, quickly get a shout in there, so we can show that we are actually the Dragonborn and worthy of their teachings. There we go.
So, I am now
So-
tell me, Dragonborn.
Here I'll
Fire, wind,
start.
your training. Sky, wind, guide you. Breath, without train. When all shouts up, Master Einarth will grow, mean wind.
Lots of bum drafting and starting to talk with him
Sky,
to skip a lot of dialogue there. Here I go out to let him finish the animation of him casting the thing, so I can immediately learn it, otherwise I have to wait there.
but learning a word of Sky as part of your wind. High above.
Now they give me their knowledge about the shout I just learned. And then I'll have to show it to them.
Use
So they summon a target, and I need to shout at it. I'll also attack here a bit to get some experience. So I can level earlier. I only attack them 3 times because otherwise they get hostile. And we don't want that. Here I'll just go out and back in to skip last part of dialogue. And then we're already at the door where we need to be either way. Wait, so they go outside there. And then we can join them outside here.
We will now see how you learn Master Bori will teach you wool.
Here we need to wait for a bit for the cooldown. Again. Go through the door and back out. So we can learn this instantly. And this is Whirlwind Sprint, something that we will use a lot in the run. That was the wrong one. Select it.
Master Wolfgar
Make them spawn there.
demonstrate whirlwind. Master Boring.
And that's what it does. So you can understand
Stand.
why it's so useful in a speedrun. Just teleports you forward.
Your quick master. You are now retrieve. Remain.
And now we get a task as our last, like, kind of quest. As our last task. And we'll do that now. We need to go and retrieve some mythical horn inside of the dungeon. And inside of that dungeon you need to use your shouts to get through. It's like to practice, I guess. But for now this is the fastest way that we have to get through Skyrim. And that's just shout and then wait to immediately reload the shout again. And there's some enemies here, so we won't be able to wait anymore. And we'll quickly kill the necromancer, because if the necromancer dies, her corpses die as well. That she raised. And we kill her so that when we come back out we can immediately fast travel away instead of having enemies around. Wait there, because that's the last spot you can wait. And then some more stamina management here. You want to try and run through this fight without getting hit. That was unfortunate. Jump up here to the shadow calls. That skips a bit of the dungeon. Grab that gold. Sometimes it's possible to grab it, sometimes you miss it. And here's another one. You saw the Draugr spawn next to me. That's another one you just spam, wait and hope you'll be able to wait before it spawns there. The only place in the game where you're able to shout twice in a row, that's because it's like a puzzle and you could get stuck if you shout wrongly, so it gives you two shouts to get through there. Switch to the flames because that's way faster to get through the cobwebs there than the double-sided axe. And that's a note that we just picked up saying like, I took the horn, come meet me in Riverwood, because I want to talk to the Dragonborn. So that's our next stop. Finding who took the horn. Quickly wait there before coming back into the main dungeon here. In Bleak Falls Barrow we left by back exit. This one is you leave the way you came in. So our next stop is finding the person who took our horn in Riverwood. It's here in the end of Riverwood. It said something about ask for the attic room in the end, so like they're in the attic room, but there's no attic room. So we'll go in here. And then she's the one who took the horn and wants to talk to us in a secret location.
Close the
That sequence I just did there is so... Oh. Oops. So she... comes here faster. Also that little teleport is a funny one. Okay, but it's alright.
I hope so. I just
Now I need to concentrate a bit to choose the right dialogue options.
Like I said, I'm part of it. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. We remember you're the only. Can you do it? Good, and you'll have a chance to prove it. Dragons aren't.
What's the partner not telling
Now
me?
something's happening to bring them back to life.
What makes you think?
And I figured out we're going to go there. And you're
So where we headed? Kynes Grove. Okay, then we can quit out and steal all the wine they have. This will come in handy later in the run. You will see when, and I'll explain it then. So for now, we just collect a lot of wine, and then that's all you need to know for now. Bit of a mystery. This is a bit of a detour. We're not going to Kynes Grove immediately. We are getting locked up in jail and escaping. This is why we picked up some lockpicks at the start of the run, so we can escape here. If I can actually pick the lock. There we go. Oops. We do this because this prison is really close to a guy we need to pay a visit to and get some stuff from him. And yeah, might as well do it now while Delphine is going to Kynes Grove. Now we're far enough away from the guards, so we can wait again. And this is his hideout. Septimus Cygnus, he's called. He doesn't want to give his stuff to us, so we are just gonna try and take it without him noticing. Otherwise we need to, well, he does want to give it, but after a long piece of dialogue, so for now we just steal it from him, and then we'll go meet up with Delphine again. So Delphine is taking us to a place where she thinks a dragon will be revived, and that's where we are going now, close to Kynes Grove here, for the people who know the Skyrim map. We'll go through the forest here a bit. Just take the shortest line. And then jump on the rocks here a bit. Shout our way to the top. And here's the place where the dragon will be revived. Now is the time to take out our axe again. And look how the big bad guy, Alduin, revives the dragon here. And then, of course, we need to beat the dragon. Quick save. Because I've had it that this dragon kills you, and then a quick save is always fun to have. And there's Delphine. She helped us kill the dragon. Grab some more gold there. And now we need to wait for the soul to come back into us. We absorb the dragon soul of every dragon we kill. And then once we do that, then we can talk to her.
Go ahead. Whatever you want to know. I'm one of A very for the last. Now that dragons are coming back.
So what's our
First
next
thing,
move?
The Thalmor are our best lead.
Thalmor our
Nothing
best
from
leads.
The Empire, and now the who else gains from that? But if we problem is that place is. Meet me back. Keep an eye on this.
Now the plan is to go to Riverwood. Not to go to the Thalmor embassy to find out what they know about the dragons coming back, and so getting more information about that.
I don't think you were followed.
I
Come on.
missed her coming in, so if you can talk to her right as she comes in, you don't need to go all the way down here, but I missed it.
That would be a bad idea. The Thalmor, I can get. I have his name. I'll get word for him to meet you in solitude.
So now we need to meet a guy who can get us in the Thalmor embassy and who can smuggle some stuff in for us. So he's in solitude. That's why we also have a fast travel point here. It's time to say goodbye to our battle axe. That's the last time you will see it. Now, yeah, quick guard work to get into the city. And then he's in here. The contact. Quick save, because sometimes he does not like me and kick me out of his inventory.
Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy. I've got to go.
What do we need to give? Health potions, all the wine we stole, and gold. That's the only things we will need in the future. And then fast travel back to here, the farm, to say to her, yeah, we're all set to go on this mission.
But the only, which means when you're ready.
It's a party that we're invited to, so need to dress the part.
I guess that will ready to board the carriage to the
Party clothes.
Don't worry, just make sure. Good luck.
And there we go, off to the Thalmor embassy. In the Thalmor embassy we'll first need to sneak out back and then a bit disorientated.
Welcome to the Thalmor. Thank you, sir. Go right in.
We have a fake invitation, but they believe us. And then the hostess here will try and talk to us. But
What is it, Malborn? It's just that. Do I have your permission to uncork the red? Yes, Madam Ambassador.
okay,
What
now
I
we
get
can
for
talk to him.
You made it in. Let's hope we both live through this day.
I'm ready.
Of course. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
Now we need to create a distraction. We took some wine there, so now we can give him some wine. He'll like us, and then he will want to create a distraction for us.
Stand back and behold my handiwork.
Grab some more wine because, like I said, we need that. In the end of the run.
Attention. I propose.
Let's go. Before anyone notices us.
Skip the first part of his speech there. Get some more wine. And now we can run through. This is forbidden territory. So now everyone will try and attack us. This is a very chaotic part. So there's a chance I will die here. I will quick save before that point though. So we will definitely be able to try again. But we need to run all the way through. All these people are still after us. And blocking the door. That's quite unfortunate. And in this chest is the book that we need. It's yeah, the information that we were looking for. Now our exit needs a key, and one of these two guys has the key, so we need to kill one of them to then hopefully make it out alive. Okay, that went quite smooth. Surprisingly so. And out we go. The book we just read was information about someone who knows a lot about dragons. And we will pay a visit to him now. He's called Asburn. Another guard warp to get into the city. And this is probably the worst skip in the whole run. We will try and lure a guard sorry. Try and lure a guard through the whole tunnels here. Through all the tunnels here. Without them catching up to us. So we need to be quite fast. We also can't wait. So we will use our level up to regain stamina. Because if you wait, the like the code of the guards gets updated to the next location, and they catch up to us immediately. And we do that so when we are ready here, we can just go to the guard and they will guard warp us out of here. But it didn't work, so now we're stuck with some guards in our way here. And I'm gonna have to dance around it a bit here. It's too bad that there's two guards. Sometimes there's one, sometimes there's two. And we will also have to walk out of here. He just disappeared. Then we will talk to him.
What? No, that's filthy. You better come inside quickly now. Don't want agents to see you.
And then it takes ages for him to open the door.
This'll just take a moment.
Where is the guard?
Always.
He really just disappeared on me. Oh well. That's okay.
A couple more.
We need to wait until he opens all his locks. There's a lot of them.
There we are.
There we go.
Come in. That's better. Now, you, dragon. There is a dragon. No, the dragons. How would you feel? Aldwin, the dragon. No one can escape him. You're the prophet. We must go quickly now. Did you hear that? We should keep moving.
Alright. And now the guard really just disappeared, so we can't guard warp out now, so we just have to run through.
That's him.
There's a lot of enemies here,
Kill him.
but it shouldn't be too bad. There we go. It's also a bit of a maze. Luckily, this is by far not the first time that this happened to me, so I know the way. Yeah, we can wait again. This is the bridge we shouted across earlier, but now we can just raise it.
Someone there. Someone there.
And the problem, of course, is now there's guards after us, because we didn't, we killed the guard, and this guy is really standing in my way.
I don't like being out in the open like this.
So let's just bump him and hopefully that he gets out of the way. Yes, okay. Skyrim followers. The worst. Okay, they don't want me to yield. That's unfortunate. That will lose us a bit of more time, but there's the door. So we can run there and then hopefully run far enough away that we can escape. As you can guess, that's a very much hard reset point if you don't get that skip. Quite unfortunate, we'll get it, but what can you do? Sometimes it just doesn't work. It's a bit of luck. And hopefully we're far enough away. Not yet. Now they're disappearing, but we have no enemies here. Is that a wolf? Maybe a wolf. Or another guard. Okay. We can wait so we can fast travel. Now we're back on track. The quest says now that we need to return Esbern to Delphine, so they can meet up and plan the next move. But first, we are going to go on another detour. And go and grab the Elder Scroll, because we also need that for our run. It is called the Elder Scrolls 5, of course. This is quite a long ways away. Go here into the mountains and then go over a mountain. And this is the mountain we're going over. This is not a place you should be, as you can see by the graphics there, or the lag thereof. But that is the fastest way to get over here. And that is where we're going. It's called, quite an unpronounceable name, Ralfbetar, I think. There, Halbetar. It's one of the dwarven ruins. And if we go far deep enough into this dungeon, we will be able to get an Elder Scroll. There's a lot of bandits here in the first part that we will try and weave through. No stamina, so this is the point where I'll explain what the wine is for. Oops. It's for that. To regain stamina. When you are not able to wait because of enemies, or in certain areas waiting is not possible. Like in the first dungeon, waiting is disabled. So then we take a bit of wine to still have stamina. I forgot that's also a door to mash away that. That's unfortunate. We'll have to jump to this room. Jump on this. Oh my god. Okay. That's unfortunate. That's probably all the way at the start of the dungeon. Oh no, this one. Okay. Not that far. But because I got hit there by the frost, I couldn't jump on the wall anymore. I probably could have done the backup here. If I am able to do that, that's a backup. Direct jump is of course faster. Okay. Sometimes you can wait here. Oh, here we can wait. Perfect. Press the correct button there. In this room we need to... all the mechanisms are stuck, so we need to take all the rubbish out of the cogs so they can start turning again. To then lower the bridge when that is passed. Those frost attacks slow you down really hard. You will need to wait a bit, hopefully not get hit, until this guy gets out of the way, so we can run past. Stand on this block, because that one goes all the way down. And then luckily, here's another spot we can wait. So we get all our stamina back. And now we're in Blackreach. For those who've played Skyrim before, it's the wide open space underground, like the biggest dungeon in the whole of Skyrim. A lot of smaller dungeons connect to this one. And in the middle here is where we will find the Elder Scroll. First, we shout across that river. And here in the Tower of Mizark. This is like a giant dwarven machine that we need to operate here. This is also the cube we stole from Septimus, if you remember. As well as a key we used earlier. Combination of the buttons also always the same. So it's 4, then 2, and then 1. Open the door, so we have an exit. And here's the Elder Scroll. And then we can get out. That was a not so fast intermezzo. This is related to the next quest we're gonna do, but first we're gonna go and discover the place where we need to go, and then we're gonna start the quest.
Good. Glad you swing. I've been looking for you. A letter.
And then we
Looks like
get
that's it. Got to go.
botted by courier as well. Sometimes the guards like this don't like it when you shout in their city, and then they will ask you to stop. And once every run, the courier comes to you once. But it's always in a different spot. We've never had it that he came here. But for now we will just shout our way along. If we're really unlucky, there could be a dragon spawn here. But it seems that it's still... we at least have a little bit of luck on our side. And this is the place we need to... well, not this, at the end of this dungeon. There's a... that's the place where that we needed to discover.
Now you're mine.
Just run through really fast. Do a bit of parkour here to skip some puzzles. Jump on this tree and then on this rock, and hopefully get up. Yes. And that's how you get up. And into Skyhaven Temple. Now that we discovered that, we can go back to Delphine and start the quest. While we wait for them to start talking, I'm gonna grab some wine.
Delphi.
There we go. And to skip some dialogue there, we are going to go in and out of this door a couple of times. I think this is, yeah, this should be the last one. And then we can grab some more wine here. And then he says, you see, right there, Skyhaven Temple. And that's our cue to go to Skyhaven Temple. And hopefully they will be here as well. But unlucky. If that happens, you just teleport, fast travel away and then fast travel back. And then they should be there. Now they're here.
One, the Akaviri blood seal can only be opened with the right kind of blood.
My blood, yep. So that's how we open the door. Can do this chest real quick. And then go through. There's also some dialogue we're gonna have to skip here and go through here. Very scripted part here. Need to talk to him there. And then fast travel here. Pick up this sword. That's a sword that does more damage to dragons. Really handy if your boss is a dragon. like the evil end boss.
Ah, here it is. All the
So does it show how they did?
patient. Yes, yes. This isn't it amazing? Goodbye.
Shout. Have you ever heard of such a thing? You're probably right. I was right. We'll look around. Talos guard you.
Oh yes.
And then here they discovered that the ancient Nords also were able to defeat Alduin. And they used a shout to do that. There. So now we go and ask the greybeards here if they know the shout. But first we need to finish off the other quest, like the Horn of Windcaller, Jurgen Windcaller, and then the final lesson, the last word of the famous Fus Roda, the shout that sends everyone flying. So now we learned the last word, and they give me like a greeting of some sort.
Few can withstand the unbridled.
Skip those two dialogues, and then we're stuck in here until they're finished. I can't move anymore. It's not that long. And that's our cue to leave. And now we can ask about the shout.
But heed my warning. No, it is we do not regret this loss. Only Pottergone. He lives, he speaks to us only rarely. And only those whose voice... Dovahkiin.
So now he says that only Pottergone, their leader, knows about the shout that defeated Alduin before, and that's where I'm going now, to the top of the mountain to speak with him. They give me like a shout to clear the mist of the path to get here, but of course we already discovered this place, so we don't need that. And turns out their leader is a dragon.
Are you? I am. Tell me. Not until introduction. By long tradition.
That's the only dialogue that you can skip of him. He's too big to be bum drafted, but you can skip one piece of dialogue there. Now he's gonna teach us a shout, and we need to learn that shout and then answer it to him as an introduction. So let's fire breath here.
So, what would you ask?
And then we ask about the shout. The dragon run shout.
You're our Hadrime, Drem, all in crude. Some, perhaps this world is ha, there is, but, do you, Varucht, then,
It was the Kell. Which is why I have tea. If you you could learn Dragonren.
And then here we use the Elder Scroll to go back in time and learn the shouts from the people who created it, so the ancient Nords that defeated Alduin in the first place. But what they actually did, they did not defeat him. They sent them forward in time. That's also something that was
Alduin's lordship will be restored.
something that was said in the conversation with the dragon.
Honor your courage.
Was that
Krivwolf Akrin,
he,
die now in vain.
they didn't have a way to kill Alduin, so they just sent them forward in time. So now it's our problem, and now we're gonna basically see pretty long cutscene of how all that happened.
Hakon! A glorious day, is it not?
Have you no thought beyond the blooding of your blade?
What else is there?
Battle below goes ill. If Alduin does not rise to our challenge, I fear all may be lost.
You worry too much, brother. Victory will be ours.
Why does Alduin hang back? We've staked everything on this plan of yours, old man.
He will come. He cannot ignore our defiance. And why should he fear us, even now?
We blooded him well. 4 of his kin have fallen to my blade alone.
But none have yet stood against Alduin himself. Golfo, Sori, Birka.
They did not have Dragonrend. Once we bring him down, I promise,
Bit of a
I will have his head.
You do
backstory
not
cutscene.
understand. Alduin cannot be slain.
Sadly, in Glitchless, it's not.
He is beyond
You can't
our
skip this.
strength,
There's also another one
which is why
that's also gonna be
I
quite
brought
long,
the Elder Scroll.
where you just have to sit and listen. Can't really do anything about it.
I never agreed. And if you are right, I will not need
We
it.
will deal with Alduin ourselves. Fear it now.
We shall see soon enough. Alduin
And
approaches.
there he is, the big bad boss.
So be it.
Tarudis Ani. Him hind Pali. Zuu Indan.
Let those that watch from Sovngarde envy us this day.
And that's what Dragonrend does. You shout it on a dragon and it's forced to land for a certain time. So really useful, because then he lands and then you can start whacking on it with a sword. And that's what we'll do in our fights with Alduin. I say fights because there's more than one.
To feed my power. In Sovngarde.
If I die today, it will not be in terror. Skyrim will be free!
She's dead.
It's no use. Use the scroll, Geldir. Now.
Hold Alduin on the wing. Sister Hawk, grant us your sacred breath to make this contract heard.
And this is how they send him forward in time.
Older bones than your own. We break your perch on this age and send you out. You are banished.
Cutscene is almost over at this point.
All our endings unto the last.
You are banished. Well,
Worked. You did it.
Yes, the World Eater is gone.
And now we have to find him. So we come out of this cutscene and he's there, so immediately we'll have to fight him. First though, I will do some inventory management here. Then 1, 2, 3. Get the wine there as well, and let's put that on 4. There we go. Now we're ready to fight him. So now we use Dragon Rend. He's forced to land, and then we can start fighting him. At the top, the glowing thing around the compass, that is the shout meter. When that's full again, I will have to shout again. Also have to make sure I don't die here. Let's quick save here. That's also why we did, why we took the health potions with us. You need health potions for this fight. He does too much damage otherwise. But there we go. And like that, we defeated Alduin once, but then he just flies away and he escapes. So now it's a bit like, oh, hello. Oh, there we go. What do we do now? We need to find out where he went. Parthenax just had enough of me, I think. He just yeah, flew away. But now the plan is, while he was flying away, he said like, why not? This palace is built for trapping dragons, so why not use that to trap one of his allies to tell you where he is.
You've done by my I assume all we are honored to have. May the gods. I must. What you want me to let the.
And now we need to convince the Jarl to use his palace for to trap a dragon.
I can't.
But he doesn't want it while the civil war is going on. So we need to organize a peace council to argue a truce between the factions, so that he feels safe enough to trap his dragon there. Or give us his palace to trap a dragon. The first order of business is asking the Greybeards here if they want to host a peace council as a neutral terrain, let's say.
Alduin? I feared as much. We are not warriors. You misunderstand, Doc. I see. Often, even the... We will see if they still remember us. When...
They agree. So now we have to go to both leaders to try and convince them to join the peace council. First things first. Yeah. First one is
you have committed crimes against smart men.
The first one is General Tullius. Now we don't have flames anymore, so the fastest way to get the court warp is getting caught stealing. Just pickpocket them well in their face.
Do you have some reason? Right, one of the prisoners. Why don't you... I said... Besides, I'm sure you're being Speak with the Greybeards. Why, there's nothing to... They are... My job is to quell this rebellion. Fair enough. That's what comes of trying to win a war. Yes, yes, fine.
I'm telling
I'll come
you,
to this Greybeard
Ulfric's
council.
planning an attack on Whiterun.
So he comes to the Peace Council now.
The Greybeards have some...
Now we just need to convince Ulfric to come as well. And we do it in this order because Ulfric will only come as if General Tullius comes.
Have you? By order of the Jarl. Smart.
I did not want to grab my weapons here.
Won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. I remember you. I'm sorry to hear that. It's about time they turn. I have the... I can't afford... Good. I doubt the M. Yes. I'll give Tullius one more chance to win Skyrim.
I need to on. Good.
And that's that sorted out. Now we need to go back to High Hrothgar and start the peace talks. And that is the second pretty long cutscene of the game, of this run here. Normally you need to talk there, but we're going to try and overlap some conversation here.
I should not have agreed to peace. I doubt it. They may put their
To try,
weapons down for a moment
hopefully,
to gather strength for the next bloodletting.
skip
They're not yet
some
done.
lines and
You know the ancient Nord word for war? Season unending. So it has proved. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table. And let us see what
I'm glad
wisdom
we
we
agree
can
on
find among these
and that
warriors.
skipped like
Enjoy your pet.
I think 20 seconds of
Thalmor will treat with whatever government rules Skyrim.
or it overlapped some things, it skipped other things, saved a bit of time at the start of this Peace Council. It's still gonna be long though.
Unlike your imperial friends here.
You're lucky I respect the Greybeard's counsel.
I'll try and follow who's talking.
We represent the Emperor here.
Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
Now that that's settled, may we
Because
proceed?
the Dragonborn, like your character, is kind of
Here we go.
deaf in his right ear. So if I don't look at this, then like if I look here, then you can't hear whatever he's saying.
Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
A temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar. Do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous.
So a bit of background here on the Civil War. Skyrim is a province of the Empire, but wants to be independent. He's the leader of the independents, and he killed the previous king of Skyrim, her husband, so she's the queen of Skyrim now.
sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something.
And he's the general of the Empire tasked to quell the rebellion.
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
He's still
The Empire repays us for our loyalty?
neutral or undecided. He's undecided who he's gonna join. She's like the helper of Tullius. He's the right hand of Ulfric, and those two characters you already know.
I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, the rift would help secure our communications with Cyrodiil.
There's 2 inputs we need to do. Like, they asked us 2 stuff during this council, and we just need to answer the top choice. That's the fastest.
You disappoint me, Dragonborn. I accepted your invitation on trust in your good name. But it seems you intend to favor Ulfric. I can see now that this is not a negotiation at all. I know you, Ulfric. If I hand over Markarth, you'll be ready with a new demand. You'll never defeat the Empire, and you know it. But you're willing to sacrifice thousands for your own selfish ambition. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always, the Empire's fine words are worth nothing.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
I don't know about the end of the world, but this dragon situation has gotten out of hand. If this truce will help the Dragonborn here put an end to that menace, we both gain. Remember that, Ulfric. Now, back to the matter at hand. You know as well as I do that we can't hand over Markarth on these terms.
Show us bones. Where will these demands end?
That line, there's 2 options always. And this was the a little longer one. It's less than a second difference, but yeah. Or around a second difference. It's weird, like this whole conversation is all scripted and always the same, except for that one line. Damned Imperial arrogance or something.
Well said. For once you'll actually pay for your crimes. I suppose
That was the
that's
second
fairest
one.
deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thongvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Leila Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. The Stormcloaks will pay appropriate compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten. You both agree to this?
The sons of Skyrim will live up
It's
to
almost
their
done.
agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning.
I think this is the last line. Yep.
Strong, Domar. We have a lot of work to do.
Giving up Markarth is a heavy price for this truth.
Justice demands that. And I'm cross-referencing this. By calling the dragon with... He's not compared. I think it's very like...
Jarl Balgruf.
Wing.
I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn plan.
Yes. Ready to do my part. Just...
So now we learned how to call a dragon so that we can trap him. You just have to shout his name, Odaving. We're gonna trap him here in the castle.
Mind yourself.
We're ready, as I promised. My men know what to do.
Call dragon.
You do your part. I'm putting
Can
my
take a little bit more wine here. Take that wine as well, and now get ready to trap a dragon. We're gonna need dragon rend as well. He's gonna fly in and take this guy, and while he flies out, we're gonna grab him. There we go. That's the easiest place to hit him. The guy dies, unfortunately. He's gonna land. Maybe want him to take a couple of steps forward here. Yep. What he's doing with that. We can skip the next stations by just going through the door, go back and he should be called. Yep. You're a guy. Please. Go there, and then I'm ready, but before he can take us away, we fast travel away, so that way we can skip a bit of an animation. Yeah, we're gonna do some mountain climbing as well, while Elf Dragon is attacking us. Not the most fun part, but can be quite satisfying if you can get it right. So I'll try to do that. Oops. There we go. Trying to get higher up on these rocks is always a challenge. There we go. Then we're here and we will quick save. Short shot in here. Because if we miss, then we just fall off the mountain, so a quick save is very much useful there. And we will take the level up, I think. Just short. Then we will do my wine. Like that, we are in the other world. The door we just went through, which goes to Sovngarde, the place where the heroes, the dead heroes, also can go to. And this party into the end of the night. Alduin, he likes dead people as a snack, like the souls of dead people, so he came in here to eat those souls and then grow powerful. And that's why we're here to kill him. With the help of some dead heroes. My first batch of wine ran out, so grab the other one. And here in Sovngarde you can't wait, it's disabled, that's why all the wine is necessary.
What brings you, Wayfarer? To wander here in Sovngarde.
He wants test of your strength, so you just have to fight a bit. And now we come to the Hall of Heroes, or the Hall of Valor. This is where all the heroes party. And here are the ones we saw in the cutscene.
At long last, Alduin's doom is now on.
They're gonna help us. Of course you can't wait, so you can't make them go to where you want them fast. But then this is how we do it. To further their scripts, just go in and out of this door a couple of times. And we're out of wine. But that's the last running we actually have to do, so perfect.
Clear skies! Combine our shout!
Need to use the clear skies shout to get rid of the mist. And then Alduin put the mist, then puts the mist in again. We need to do that 3 times. And then we can start the final fight.
Again!
No!
That was the last one. Now I'll go and get ready to cast the Dragon Rend on him as soon as he appears. Let's quick save real quick. And there we go. And when his health runs out here, that's when time ends. So we are coming very close to time. Almost. And time. And yeah, we'll watch him explode. While I say thanks for watching my run. Thank you for having me here. It didn't go perfectly, but I think it was still fine. And shout out to the Skyrim speedrunning community for helping me figure out this run when I joined. And shout out to the Harry Potter community for yeah, just having this event, and I really enjoyed running this. So